Well, welcome back. We're done with our midterm now, and we're ready to get back on track with some lessons. This week, after you're done with your midterm, we just got one lesson, and then in the weeks following, we're going to go to kind of 2 lessons a week. Originally, we had scheduled 4 lessons from first year Latin every week. We're going to kind of cut that back to 2 for a while and see if we can keep everybody on track and moving in the right direction. So for today, we are on page 35 of First Year Latin and ready for lesson 21. Latin nouns ending in us, and r, with the genitive in e, that is a long I, compose the second declension. They are called O stems because O is the character or final letter of the stem. It may be found in a lengthened form before the ending rum in the genitive plural. All that's kind of unimportant. We're just going to learn the endings. And here are the endings. Us, e, o, o. E, orum, is, os, is. So just like we learned I, arum, is, os, is, now we have to learn us, e, o, e, orum, is, os, is. So you just make this into a flashcard and add it to your pile and learn those endings. And so hortus means garden. And so you see it added. It's hortus, horti, horto, hortum, horto, horti, hortorum, hortus, hortus, hortis, hortos, hortis. Okay, page 36. On case forms, the vocative. Nouns in us have the vocative in e. So amica means oh friend. The vocative, again, we're not learning it as part of our normal paradigm. It's very rare. It's the form of address when you talk to someone, and so it's very easy to recognize usually amica, oh friend. Filius and proper nouns in ius have the vocative in e, retaining the accent of the nominative. So fili, oh son, and mercuri, oh mercury. Deus has no vocative singular, so when you speak to God, it's just Deus, omnipotens, oh almighty God. The genitive, nouns in ius have eum and eum, have the genitive singular in e or e. If the final if in e, the accent of the nominative is retained. Again, don't worry about it. Learn the endings. Us, e, o, o. And the locative or case of place where in names of towns and small islands ends in e like the genitive. So Corinthi means at Corinth. And the locative form domi, at home, is also found. And so that's almost just a vocabulary word. Domi means at home. Gender. Nouns of the second declension ending in the nominative are neuter. Most others are masculine. So annus, masculine, means year. Campus, in the masculine, means plain. Deus, in the masculine, means God. Dominus means Lord or Master. Filius means son. Legatus means lieutenant, ambassador, or governor, legate in English, legatus. Lupus is a wolf. Multus is an adjective much or many. Servus is a slave. Right, this exercise some translation now. And again, I'll do one. Let's do one together. And then pause and try to do the rest of them. Well, at least try to do 1 or 2 of them. And then come back and listen to how I do them. Okay. So, reginae filii et filii, magnam copiam rosarum portant. First thing we look for is a verb. Where is the verb? It's portant. From the word porto, I carry. So porto, portas, portat, portamus, portatus, portant. They carry. Now you need to find something in the nominative that goes with portant. So a nominative plural is what you're looking for. Well, reginae could be nominative plural, the queens, But that I ending can also be genitive or nominative. Genitive or dative. Filii, again, that could be plural, sons, and filii could be daughters. Well, how could those go together? It's probably sons and daughters of the queen, right? So, reginae is probably the first word is in the genitive. So the sons and the daughters of the queen, magnum copium rosarum portant. They are carrying, what they carry is going to be in what case? What's the direct object case? The accusative, magnum copium, a great supply, rosarum, genitive plural, of roses. The sons and daughters of the queen are carrying a great supply of roses. All right, pause the video and you try to do number 2. Identify the verb, then identify anything in the nominative that goes with it, and then piece the rest of the sentence together. And you're back. So, number 2, feminae deos et deas Romae laudunt. What's the verb? Laudunt. They are praising. They are praising. Well, who's praising what? What's in the nominative? Feminae is in the nominative. The women. The women are praising. What are they praising? Has to be in the in the accusative. The object of the verb is in the accusative. The women are praising Deus et Deas, the gods and the goddesses, Romae, genitive, of Rome. Same thing, pause the video, try sentence 3, and then come back. Find the verb, then look for a nominative, then piece the rest of it together. Sentence 3. Aratne filius agricolae campum. Aratne filius agricolae campum. What's the verb? It's arat. That ne is just telling you it's a question, right? So arat is the verb. That means he, she, or it plows. Aro, plow. So the son is in the genitive, the son is in the nominative. The son plows. The son agricolae. Agricolae is in the genitive singular, so we translate it with of. The son of the farmer plows campum, accusative, the field. This is the son of the farmer plowing the field. Pause the video, try number 4. In sentence 4, ubi lupi fuerant. Ubi lupi fuerant. The verb is fuerant, past tense, were or had been. So it's perfect past tense, had been. Where were the wolves, or where had the wolves been? So a short one. 5, pause the video, come back. Alright, in sentence 5, identify the verb. Dominus servorum multas vilas habet. Habet is the verb. He has. What's in the nominative that goes with the verb? Dominus. The Lord has. What does the Lord have? What's the object of the verb? Has to be in the accusative. Multas vilas. The Lord has many houses, servorum, of slaves. The Lord has many houses of slaves. The Lord has many slave houses, we'd say. Pause the video for 6, look for a verb, and then piece it all together. Sentence 6. Scriba legato literas recitat. Scriba legato literas recitat. What's the verb? Recitat. What does it mean? He recites, he reads. What is in the nominative to go with it? Scriba. The scribe reads. What does he read? Has to be in the accusative. Literas. The scribe reads letters, and then legato, that is the dative singular, to the legate. The scribe reads letters to the legate. Translate the dative with to or with or for. And 7, pause it and come back and listen. Sentence 7, legatus victorias Romanas nautis narrat. What is the verb? Narrat. Notice how the verb almost always comes at the end. And so that means he, she, or it is telling a story or narrating, right? What is in the nominative to go with it? Legatus. Legatus. The legate narrates. What does he narrate? Has to be in the accusative case. Victorias Romanas. The victories of the Romans, Roman victories. The legate narrates Roman victories nautis, to the sailors. Dative again. Dative plural, nautis, to the sailors. The legate narrates the Roman victories to the sailors. Okay. The next bit is a bit of history you can read on your own on page 37. Here in this lesson, you've got a new set of endings for the second declension, us, e, o, e, orum, is, os, is, and some new vocabulary words. Make sure you add those to your cards and start studying them. And that will do it for this week since we have the midterm. Lord willing, next week we'll do 2 lessons, 23 and 24.